Graham Gano set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Nashville. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Down. It's 18 Gator.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Down.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
90 Wolf. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Shoot.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And caught by Henry. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it fourth down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Derrick Henry, and he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Derrick Henry denied here on fourth down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Great.
On second and 9, Newton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long.
Great.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Well, this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Hey, watch it. 20.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And down to the 16-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Gun.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is Henry. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Ready. 70, Indy. Cut. Get.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. The open man is Smith. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Ready? Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Here we go. Now.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Come on, set.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, you know, writing down your ad-lib.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Back to throw, Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Newton, he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Here we go. Here we go. 780. 80. Here we go. Mike 5-5. Mike, you take fast.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win, Cole.
Mike, 55. Shotgun. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
Great. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
Out of the gun, Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Ready. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Newton throwing again. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And that'll make it 3rd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And he's got room. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Henry, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
That's good for a Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready up. 54. Mike 54. I'm here all day. Hey, orbit.
On first down, Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pick.
Derrick Henry all alone, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 33 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point put through by Succop, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Gun. Kill. Kill.
Throwing is Newton. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Right there, 54, right there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here we go, set, 10-2 stop. Walk 54.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Hey, lock it. Check. 80 weapon. Check 4. Ready?
After the interception, here's Tannehill. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Shit. Hey, Sam off. Alert 3.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this is going to be caught by Sharp for a Tennessee touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a 1st down. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
That's it. Bring it in.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 42-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you. Kill. Great.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Gun.
Check, Mike 54.
Mike 5-4.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
First down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Check 31. Great.
This is McCaffrey. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check. Crunch. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Check 52.
Great.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
First down, Panthers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Now a run with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The tackle made by Harold Landry. Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Great, great. 55's my guy.
McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 8. 55. Go. Let's go, defense. Out of time. It's out of time.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
The set. Bring it in. 54 miles. They can't hang with us. Watch twist. Gun.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch the slant. 20. Check Mike 54.
First throw in overtime for Newton. That's caught. It's Jarius Wright. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Let's go, one more.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Watch 54, watch 54.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Watch the twist.
Hey!
Hey, watch that.
Now.
Here's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. The 2 straight incompletions, and now you got a situation. You're down 3, so obviously you have 2 more downs to pick up the first. Back to the air on third, I assume.
I would assume, but you also have to think to yourself, they've got to pick up a first, right? They know they're down 3. They have to match, otherwise this game is over. Maybe they approach it as 2 downs to pick up the first down. If you decide to run a draw or some type of a screen, something to try and pick up yardage and make it a manageable fourth down, that could be the call coming.
Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. That, the definition of a do-or-die play, but they keep this overtime session going with a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Tannehill now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flex down position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Right there, 54, right there.
Tannehill on first down. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Overtime with 2 minutes to play. We are in sudden death, but still all tied up. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Leo. Ready?
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Seconds kick is good. And we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime. So now, you know the drill. It's on to old school sudden death.
Yeah, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe, could they punch it in and go ahead and end it?
We get more free football.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Come on.
I'm back upbeat again. Forget the Downer stuff.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The situation is simple. It is sudden death from here on out. We had 2 stops defensively. The next score, whatever it is, wins this game.
And I can't wait to see how the defense decides to play this, because knowing that the next point you give up, lose the game for you, I expect them to be more aggressive, not just play a normal situational defense, but go after them, attack them a little bit, because otherwise the offense is just trying to find their way to get downfield and kick a field goal. Don't sit back and wait for them to make their plays. I think the defense needs to go after them.
Charles Davis says maybe they go aggressive. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Ready, 8.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I got you. Express.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 50 to Mike. Watch the screen. Pass. Mike 55. Mike 55. Henry. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
The shotgun snap for Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. He's got daylight. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Nashville.